Have you ever met Singapore's guitar hero? Well, today in-house we have Alex.
Good morning, people.
Stay tuned to find out more. Right, today in-house we have with us Alex.
Good morning, people.
And Alex, I'm very curious because out there in the music right now, with all the music right now, there aren't any guitar or much of guitar. So what got you started on the guitar, or what made you interested in guitar?
Very much upbringing. My parents would always expose me to music that was very guitar driven.
Okay.
You know, stuff like Linkin Park, Guns N' Roses, Soundgarden. Very guitar driven, guitar heavy music. So that definitely got me on the right foot, you know. As we're starting to play guitar, I really didn't have an excuse to start playing, because prior to guitar, I was playing piano and violin classically, you know, the whole ABRs, whatever. But yeah, I really didn't have an excuse until I came across this game called Rocksmith.
Okay.
So it's Guitar Hero, but for real guitars.
Oh, is it the one that is on Xbox or PS?
It's on everything.
On
Xbox,
everything?
PS4, PC.
And you plug a real guitar in?
Yeah, you plug a real. They give you a cable.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, I'm not trying to be like an advocate for like Ubisoft or anything, but I mean, it's the only excuse I had to buy a guitar, and I ended up really enjoying the time on Rocksmith, just learning songs the wrong way by playing a video game. And I felt like getting to in between that beginner to intermediate level, I feel like when you start getting good and start feeling inspired to play, that's when you should start lessons, not really straight off the bat, because I feel like you don't have a chance to learn at your own pace.
True.
Or learn the songs that you really do want to learn. I think instead you should probably just start off yourself, and when you get to that level where you feel like you can't level up, start guitar lessons. That's what I did. That's how I think I improved relatively quickly over these 4 years of me playing guitar.
So let me get it straight. You started guitar because of a game.
Yeah.
So that is
Guitar Hero.
That is actually the right approach, right? You should take it casually first, and it's like a hobby. It's only when it is in something that interests and inspires you that you want to take it seriously, right?
I mean, at first I didn't know what I was doing, man. I remember reading on a forum that heavier strings equals better.
Yes.
And I put like 13s on my Epiphone Les Paul.
Okay.
No, the special 2.
Okay.
The flat top one. And I remember putting 13s on it, tuning it up to E standard, and I'd play until my fingers bled, and I'd play even more afterwards. But it was all fun. It was all fun. It's all about having fun. So,
but do you agree that thicker strings is better tone now?
I am on the decline, actually. I used to have 12s on my Strat in E standard. I think now I'm like, I feel like if I have thicker strings, I tend to go beast mode too much, and I stop thinking, just beat the out of the thing, you know? Lowering my string gauge counterintuitively actually improves my phrasing.
Because it allows you to bend easier?
No, bending is harder on thin strings.
For you?
For me.
All right.
Because I tend to overbend. But I choose my notes carefully, and I'm a little more gentle with it, which I think has a sweeter tone.
So you can just beat the of it?
Yeah, you can't just go Stevie Ray on it.
Okay, I see. So, back again, let's track back a little bit. Are all your family members like super into rock music?
My mom and my dad both are pretty much into like, they are into rock music, yeah, straight up.
That is very unusual, because usually we hear like, oh, my dad is into the rock music, so I like rock music kind of thing. But your mom as well, that is really...
Yeah, no, my mom was heavily influenced by my dad.
Maybe that's the secret sauce to why you are today. So it's like a family thing whereby everyone is into rock music, into guitar, and that's where you get all the right influence and culture, upbringing.
Right. There's no right or wrong, but
correct.
I mean, fertile grounds, right?
Correct. Yes. All right. A year ago, it's just a year ago, right? That you won the you went into the finalist of the Young Guitarist of the Year, and that is a crazy thing to do. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah, it was an experience.
An experience?
For sure.
Can you elaborate more? Why do you want to join this competition, or Or who prompted you, maybe, hey, you should sign this up, Alex, kind of thing?
Well, wow, yeesh, how did it go? All right. So, what prompted me to go?
Yeah, or rather, who shared with you the idea that, hey, there is this competition, maybe you want to take part in?
Well, I think I should preface everything by saying I had no expectations whatsoever.
So you just went in because you wanted to have some experience and some fun?
I don't know why I did it. Me being super cocky, I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot, but I didn't expect much from it. I just threw a camera in front of me. I mean, obviously everyone else had like better quality videos,
yeah,
like in the proper studio and everything. And I was just like in my bedroom, everything's messy. I'm in like home clothes.
And you got selected.
And I just like put a camera in front of me and just started playing to a backing track with like no prior preparation whatsoever. And it was probably really stupid of me. Looking back, I still cringe at the video. But hey, I mean, it got me to London. It got me with good company. I mean, Hunter Hallberg is the winner. Hunter Hallberg is an immense guitar player, and so is Abby. She's also a great guitar player, and really got my mind set on pursuing music as a career.
So did the top three of you became very close friends?
I wouldn't say we're close friends, but we still keep in contact.
Still keep in contact, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we will expect some kind of collaboration work too?
Well, that was the plan, but everyone seems to be a little bit too busy.
Too busy with life,
Yeah,
right, I get it.
Uh-huh.
So I also remember that you mixed with the Liangzhu into your final song, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. What gave you the idea to mix a Chinese song in a very westernized competition, in a very westernized country, to put in the Chinese music into it?
Well, my guitar teacher at the time, his name is Zhang Lao. He thought it was a good idea to have some Oriental music mixed in, since everyone else is going to sound very Western. You know, might as well just have some Oriental music in. And my grandma's ringtone was Liangzhu, and like I had to set her ringtone every time she got a new phone.
Okay.
And every time that I go over to her place, her phone would always be ringing for some reason, like always. So that, you know, it's a nostalgic thing, and you know, of course I recognized it, and when my guitar teacher brought it up, I was like, yeah, let's do it.
So is her ringtone right now your finalist song, that track that you played? Or is it still the original one?
Her ringtone is still the original one.
I think it's time to change to your version instead. That will make more meaningful and more sense to it, right?
I don't know.
I think so,
don't know about
maybe.
that. I don't know.
Okay, so I would also say that because I would see that, you know, along the years of guitar heroes, most of the guitar heroes we learn and we know of are of Western countries. What do you think of the Asian people playing guitar? What is your take on Asian people being a guitarist? Is it we stepping into their territory, or what do you think of it?
Well, I mean, I don't think about it as territorial at all. I mean, you got people like Herman Lee.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you can't argue that he's a rock star, right? I mean, Herman Lee, Jack Thammarat.
Yeah.
You know, a bunch of Asian guitarists just killing it. I mean, if there's an Asian, he's probably better than you.
I hope that's right for you as well, because I wish that in the coming Australia trip, you get to show the world what Singapore can produce.
Hopefully.
So let's talk more about your Australia trip. I mean, you have a show coming up in Australia, right? West Australia.
Yeah, Perth. No, Margaret River.
Okay.
Which is like right below Perth.
Right below Perth.
Yeah. Danny reached out to, actually no, Jason Siri reached out to me, and he was like, hey, some dude from Australia wants you to play a festival. And I'm like, huh, sure, why not?
That's some important dude, I guess.
I guess so. His name is Dan White.
Okay.
And so I gave Jason my email, my number, my dad's number, and my dad's email. And sooner than I expected, Danny came along, and which is the boss's number, Danny Long.
Yes.
And he came along and he was like, hey, I'll be going to Australia with you for that festival. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it's actually happening? It's like, yeah, it's actually happening.
And it's happening in a big scale, more than you expect?
Yeah, I never really expected it to be a huge thing, but apparently this guitar festival is like Australia's NAMM, almost. And this is like a huge opportunity for, I mean, it's a huge opportunity for Singaporean musicians to kind of break out of the whole Singapore thing.
Yeah. I read a little bit about that festival that you're going. There will be like a lot of master classes, a lot of shows from all around the world. So I think it's a very good opportunity for you to be there.
It is. I will be playing with Larry Mitchell, and he's a Grammy award-winning artist. So that's a huge honor.
That's a huge level up for you.
Yeah, it's a huge level up. I can't wait to learn. I can't wait to go in and absorb everything I see there.
So when you first received that email, let's track back a little bit. When you first received that email, would you be thinking is like a little bit like our street festival, that kind of scale, or would you really expect it's going to be like a big stage, lots of attendees?
I was thinking something like Beer Fest.
Beer Fest.
Something like Beer Fest. Not too big, not too small. Like
reasonably sized.
Reasonably sized. It's all right, but I mean, looking at it now, it's like, whoa, this is really going somewhere.
Going out of proportion than you expect.
Yeah.
I think in a good way.
In a good way,
in a very good way that you represent yourself, not just Singapore, you represent yourself in the world stage. So, with all this influences, all this collaboration and knowing all the right people, are we expecting any music, original music from you?
Absolutely. Absolutely, more music's on the way. I do have one single out on my YouTube channel. I'm sure Vinny will link it down in the description. It's called Catnip. It features Abigail Zachko, which is one of the other finalists from the Young Guitarist of the Year competition. Yeah, I just got a new band. I'm super excited, super stoked for writing new stuff. You should definitely keep yourself updated. He'll leave my socials in the description.
No, but I'm interested. Why Catnip?
Well, I am a huge cat person.
Alright.
I'm a huge cat person.
You own cats?
I have 3 cats at home.
3 cats at home. Well, that's a lot to handle.
That's a lot of cats. When I first got the 2 kittens, because I didn't get them all at the same time,
okay,
even though they're all brothers.
Alright.
So I first got 2 of them, and I was just so inspired by how much energy they brought into the house. It's like suddenly there's this atmosphere of happiness and joy and excitement and like electricity in the air that I never realized was gone from the house. So that really inspired me to make like a upbeat, you know. And
to inspire them, your cats more, you give them catnip.
No, they hate catnip.
Oh, they hate catnip.
They hate catnip.
Quite the reverse.
I'm not sure why they do, but they hate catnip.
Alright. But anyway, check out his new song in the description box below. Well, that's all we have for you today, and thank you, Alex, for coming to our studio today.
Pleasure is all mine.
And in the next video, we are actually going to get Alex to share with you 2 of his awesome guitar licks. Stay tuned to the next video.
See you guys.
Bye.